they found they're like ultra thin, really baggy, purple hair. I mentioned that they were down because they were so big, just get them off over like, I can say it. It's like the truth of their lives. Yeah, we just had sitting next to this tree, I think we come and I was sitting here for a while reading
first one goes to the gentleman in a three-piece suit. Sitting here. Next goes to the lovely lady in a beautiful dress and coat in the far corner. And we have a very stylish gentleman in a white or cream coat and and we have a beautiful lady sitting on a table around just behind the pillar with a gorgeous hairstyle and black dress. I'll hand it over to Madeline, and she will do a brief introduction.
We're privileged now to have local artist and author Lachlan Plain come to give us a reading of his book Lost Journals of Pedro, Piscator and Other Tales. So please make welcome Lachlan.
Actually, first of all, before the reading, we're going to show a little film. This is shot by Henrietta Kush in, I think it was about sometime after the Second World War, so probably sometime in the 50s, or it's just a little sketch. She's a theatre theorist, and she, but though she never made any theatre herself, she wrote in 1927 her most well-known piece is called The Manifesto of the Ill. So the text that's read over this is read from the manifesto. So
every demon, every diabolic apparition, every goblin and ghoul, every snot-blasted, rat-fanged monstrosity slathering at your heels, slobbering across your thighs, is no more or less than a lover waiting to be wooed, a babe to be born, a soul to be freed, a sad and worried little girl with nothing to wear and no food in her belly. Theatre is a space in which the waking mind can address its illnesses, where paradox isn't hypocrisy and mortality isn't ignored. It is a sanctuary where monstrous apparitions can be viewed at arm's length and laughed at. It is an invitation to laugh and sing with the aggressor, to skip and dance and fall over in a multicoloured sea of vomit and love. It is the shared pretense of momentary madness. A skeleton theatre is threadbare and in tatters. It has no form. Its bones are scattered across the battlefield, its flesh rotting in muck. Its hot and pungent breath reeks of decay, of centuries' worth of stagnation in the fetid pools of unmoving waters. To experience theatre is to embrace the Quran, to lay with the cod, all slippery and scaly and slithery and soft. It is to slip like a lozenge down the throat of the whale. The end.
The biography of Henrietta Kush appears in my book, so I thought it was a good excuse to play that little clip. but it's not exactly noir, but it's dark and grainy. The story that I'm going to read from now is quite unrelated. It's not out of the time frame, I suppose, of Henrietta Cush, but it's unrelated in a lot of other ways. But it's maybe more noir. It's called Sergei Sainovitch's Imperial Moscow Theatre. So I'm just going to read from the start of that story. Thursday, 26th of November, 1937. The angel materialises, self-contained, oblivious to the march of history. Natasha gropes the way around its stone girth and, beyond it, the theatre looms out of the mist with boarded windows and peeling paint. There are two more pedestals where two more angels once stood. She clambers over a low wrought iron fence, tearing her stockings on one of the bars. Hooves clatter on stone and a horse bursts from the swirling grey. Nostrils flared and gleaming high. The rider cries out as he passes, though she cannot tell whether it is in abuse or shock at having almost trampled her. The mist envelops him as abruptly as he appeared, muffling the noise. She's come directly from the stage, having excused herself from the obligatory cheek kissing, changing quickly out of costume, washing off the makeup and slipping out the stage door on his peculiar errand, this whim. She walks once around the Imperial Theatre. When they say hermetically sealed, it's not exactly airtight. There are chinks between the boards, and the windows behind the boards, which are blacked out, have been cracked in places. Some boards have been removed altogether. She teeters on high heels against a window ledge, peering into the void beyond where she can hear a child crying. Then she hears its mother, stern and harsh, ordering the child inside. Of course, Natasha knows what they say about Sergei Sainovich. Everyone's heard about the Imperial Theatre, about the things that go on in there. That's what drew her here, curiosity. The Imperial Theatre closed nearly 40 years ago. No one knows why Sainovich shut up shop, especially considering his theatre's commercial success. They say he needed the space to pursue his experiments in realism. They say all kinds of noises emanate from the theatre at night. Revelry, debate, weddings and funerals, grinding machines and foremen shouting, mothers in labour, young soldiers killed on battlefields, the howl of wolves and bleating of lambs, the yowling Siberian wind, a lonely lute, an entire orchestra, an accordion and drunken laughter, gunshots, cannon fire, the screech of seagulls and creaking hulls of great cargo ships. These noises keep the neighbours awake at night and permeate their dreams. Some say that Sainovich has set another reality in motion alongside our own, a parallel Moscow that never saw the 1917 revolution, the rise of the Bolsheviks, Red October or the defeat of the Whites, that has not mourned Lenin's death nor witnessed the rise of Stalin, experienced the collectivization of the countryside or the abolition of private trade, that has not suffered the privations of famine or the frustrations of the breadline. Perhaps, whilst the outside world was an experiment in revolution, they say, the world of the theatre is an experiment in stability. Perhaps, within the theatre's walls, life continued in all its reliable inequality. whilst the air outside was rent with gunshots. Or perhaps, on the other hand, a true tragedy lies within, where the dawning of the new century was even more blood-stained than in the real world. Natasha looks left to where a nail is being worked loose from the other side of the wall. The drawn-out squeal sends shivers down her spine. The bottom slat falls from one of the windows, and the second slat begins working itself loose too. Natasha crouches in the shadows by the stairs, hoping that the blood red of her dress won't draw attention to her hiding place. The third slat works itself loose, allowing just enough space for a man to squeeze through. A long leg drapes itself over the sill, and the rest of the body follows. He spills to the ground like quicksilver, his stick-like legs disappearing amongst the folds of his duffel coat as it gathers around his ankles. He dusts himself off and lopes into the mist. Natasha approaches the window he climbed out of. She is just tall enough to reach the sill, but can't make out anything inside. She grips the window frame with chipped red nails and lifts herself over, slipping her shoes off for better leverage. She wriggles inside, grazing her stomach and thigh on the ledge. When her eyes adjust to the light, she realises she's crouching on a kitchen bench. The thick dust coating its surface has been disturbed where the man sat to ply the boards loose. The pigeon carcass rots in the sink, maggots in its ribcage, filling the air with a putrid stench. And the walls are streaked with shit from the pigeons cooing in the rafters. She lowers herself to the floor. A single shaft of streetlight, flickering and deadened in the mist, enters via the window and cuts a swath through the dancing dust. This is the Imperial Theatre's long disused foyer. Stuffing spills out of settees and yellowing programs lie on coffee tables. A rat's red eyes glare at her from the darkness before darting to safety behind a skirting board. Then she hears the child again, laughing. Yes, she's sure it's laughing. The sound is coming from inside the theatre. She tiptoes barefoot across the grime and presses her ear to the theatre door, only to hear the child's mother. "Dinner time." She grips the handle tightly, but the door is stuck fast. She leans against it with all her might until the hinges give a stubborn groan and she falls forward, though not into the theatre as she expected. She feels the crisp night air against her cheek and realises she's outside again. There are cobblestones instead of seating banks, stars instead of frescoes, dirty walls instead of red velvet wings. A gust of wind blows the door closed behind her. She tries it again, pulling at it and shaking it, but it's locked from the inside. She hears the child laughing. She's in the laneway that runs down the side of the theatre. The mist has lifted. Are you going to come up and introduce Mike, Dr Mike Nolan? Or, if you do that, I just realised I want to grab one of my props.
I forgot to mention earlier too that Lachlan's book is for sale. We have the wonderful team from the Eltham bookshop who have made a scene. It's not part of the stage setup. We have books for sale if anyone would like to purchase any, and Lachlan's book is here. I'd like that signed personally from him. While Lachlan gets that ready, I'd like to ask Mike Nolan to come up. This is sort of an open discussion. If anyone has any questions of either Lachlan or Mike, they can ask now. after the discussion. Mike Nolan.
Thanks very much. Just a few questions. With the collection of stories that you've got, do you see any sort of unifying pattern with those stories, or do you find that they sort of have different impulses, or do you find overall there's sort of a link that can guide you through?
I think there's definitely a link, or there's a trajectory at least through. I feel one leads into the other more than them being all linked together. Not that they were written intentionally to go together,